It has just been 2 months since Sony announced its latest waterproof mid-range beauty, and now it is gaining some notoriety. At least the 8GB version of Xperia M4 Aqua. Xperia Blog reports how Sony has, intentionally or not, practically crippled the more affordable model of the two versions, leaving less than 2GB of usable storage space out of the 8GB total storage found inside. And the culprit? Nothing less than the smartphone user's favorite source of headache: pre-installed apps, also known as bloatware. 8GB for a low to mid-range smartphone isn't exactly uncommon. Naturally, you can't expect to have all 8GB available for use, as some amount is naturally meant for storing the operating system. On the Xperia M4 Aqua, that technically should only take 4GB or so of space for Android 5.0. Sony, however, has made it almost feel like a Windows computer, leaving very little room for users to wiggle in, much less add new apps. Only 1.25GB of space was left free out of the box. So where did the more than 2GB of space go? The apps that Sony has seemingly pre-installed on the smartphone. Considering this is a budget device, the OEM should have been a bit more conscious of which apps it included in such small a space. To add insult to injury, much of these apps are actually baked into the firmware, meaning they cannot be uninstalled. Those that can, like Facebook and Kobo, only freed up around 500GB of space. Installing more essential like Dropbox and Evernote would nullify that. Owners of this model are left without recourse other than to install a bloatless custom ROM, which isn't something most users would want to go through, or live with the restriction. The one saving grace of the Xperia M4 Aqua is that it has a microSD slot that can support up to 32GB more. That might be fine for files and media, but apps, especially those that can't be installed on external storage, are a different story. Sony has also launched a 16GB variant of the smartphone, which seems like an implied admission of the 8GB model's flaw, though it boggles the mind why Sony would knowingly put out such a crippled smartphone in the first place.